a bit of cliche, but be the change you want to see in the world.
This is Eve McFarlane and Chris Morrison, and this is their tiny home. They built it in Raglan on the back of an old trailer in just over a year.
Yeah, it doesn't really feel like it once you're in it. It's pretty comfortable.
It measures 6.8 metres long, 2.4 metres wide, and at its tallest is 4.1 metres high. But for the millennials, their home isn't at all small. In fact, it's an upgrade, and the only way they could afford their own home.
It was actually ideal to go from this little wee shack that had a leaking roof, you know, cockroaches everywhere, and then moving into here we just have so much more space, like it feels big now.
The cost of materials was just over $26,000, but that didn't include Chris's labour or the help of friends and family.
There's so much love in here, I reckon. It's so cool.
Yeah, it's so crazy. Made these good friends through other friends who just happened to be a plumber as we needed a plumber. And then it was like, oh, I need an electrician. And then this German guy, Alex, comes knocking on the door like a day later. He's like, hey, do you have any work? I'm an electrician. I was like, oh, thank you.
Doing it all themselves was one way to help keep costs down. And because the house is on a movable trailer, it's not deemed a building and therefore exempt from the building code.
By building a tiny house on a trailer, you can get away from some of that unnecessary red tape. Consents and things like that take a long time to get through, and that is what pushes up the cost in most cases.
Nathan Orr is all for sustainable and mobile housing solutions. He's built his own large-scale tiny house and plans to put it on the market, but he says there's a lot people have to consider before embarking on a build.
With building, you don't know what you don't know. I mean, I've had a qualified builder overseeing this project, and there's been stuff that I've been doing that I've been like, oh, I didn't know I needed to do that. And if you don't have that experience or someone making sure you're doing all those things, you could miss a few things, especially when it comes to like water tightness, electricity, plumbing, all those things you want to get right.
Back in Raglan, Chris and Eve's life ethos is simple, less is more, and they're living the back to basics lifestyle, growing their own produce, composting, recycling, and cutting down their consumption.
Like now seeing it and living it, it's started to progress into other habits of, you know, trying not to use as much rubbish and all of these little adjustments that come with living in a tiny home. I think it's quite cool.
I guess that whole kind of like closing the loop, so everything you bring in and then all your waste you're looking after. So it's like if you're dealing with it all yourself, taking more of a responsibility, I guess.
Hunter Calder, Local Focus.